Hello everybody, this is my first video, so please excuse me if it's a little rough. I'm in the inside of our chicken coop. I wanted to show it off to you. First off here, this is our feed can, which we buy 50-pound bags and mix them. What's in there is 50% scratch and 50% laying crumbs to help them with the eggs. And you can see from inside, this is a hoop house type coop. It's got the 3/4 inch PVC conduit. There's a furring strip for a stringer there to secure the sides, and at the top we have a 1.5 inch PVC conduit. There's the water and the 4 chickens. Those are production reds, very happy hens, very healthy. They're almost 2 years old, and they're still giving us about an egg each per day. They're enjoying a drink of water there. That's our high volume water feeder, which after doing some research, I wanted to go with that instead of the automatic water feeders and more automated systems. Some folks have said that their chickens don't quite get enough water, especially in this summer heat here in Texas. You can see there, I've built a little stand to keep it elevated, to keep it from getting so soiled, because they'll mess it up pretty quick. The perimeter wood is pressure treated, which is not harmful to chickens, as some people tend to think, especially people that are selling small chicken coops made out of wood. There's been scientific studies that show there's no significant leakage into the ground, and of course they know it's not food. They don't peck at it and try to eat it. The rest of the wood in here is just regular wood, I believe. This ladder is access to the nesting boxes. As you can see, it's got a slope top so they don't get on top of it and make a mess. It looks like we've got 3 eggs in the last box there. And the ladder extends all the way up to the top here, which has got a board that goes all the way across from front to back for roosting up there. This bag here in the middle is just a bag of oyster shell, which is good calcium for them. We put out every now and then. You can see some of them in action here, how they're scratching, getting a few bugs and stuff. That's what they do. Right behind me here is the inside latch that my wife requested. Very smart idea. Most of the smart ideas come from her. And on the outside, we have another simple latch at the top, and then down at the bottom, we have a latch that is actually child-proof. So you can see there, and that's because some of the predators are pretty smart, especially the fox and coons. They can figure out how to flip a latch like that pretty quick and get to all the chickens. So here you can see it, 2 layers. It's mesh. It's a chicken wire mesh and the welded wire, which is a whole lot cheaper than the wire cloth, which some people are using. But when you're building one of this size, which will hold about 16 or 18 chickens at least, it gets a little expensive. So the chicken wire and the mesh is actually a whole lot less expensive, even with the 2 combined. And some of this scrap on the bottom down here on the ground is just put there as more of a deterrent to keep predators out. There's also a skirt, a 1-foot skirt that goes all the way around, that's buried in the gravel to deter, digging. Just walk around here where you can see everything. You can see they've got plenty of room inside. We were letting them out every day so they can enjoy the great outdoors and free range, but we lost chickens. We lose about 1 every 2 or 3 weeks to predators from hawks and neighbor dogs and different things out here. So keeping them inside for right now and letting them out just every now and then. But you can see how I framed up the door, and then the nesting box is just made out of plywood. And the tarp is from Tractor Supply. It's a heavy-duty tarp. I think an 8 mil or something like that. And It's mildew resistant and UV resistant, so it should last quite a while. With this chicken coop design, of course, you see that it has lots of air ventilation, and that's one of the most important things for chickens, that they get plenty of air ventilation, fresh, clean water, and plenty of food that they need, nutrition that they need. We also feed them table scraps. There are certain foods you don't want to feed them, but we won't get into all the details there. The nesting box just has a handle and a wire, and it also has a child-proof latch on that end, also requested by my wife. You can see the fresh eggs there, very good to eat. And just a very simple design. It's about 2.5 inches deep, each nesting box. That outside access is just put on with hinges I got off of an old cabinet. So part of this is reclaimed. I'll put that back. And I built a few more since this one, which have improved, and this was a little sloppy here. I've got some sharp edges trimmed over here, and the ones I built more recently for different customers have actually got no sharp edges, because everything's a lot more professionally done. So you want to be careful of that, especially if you have small kids. Anyway, great to be in the country and have chickens. But if you don't live in the country, this is something you can do in your backyard. I've built a couple of these for different customers that live in cities. Most cities will allow you to have a few chickens. I'm not going to allow you to have 30 or 40, but you can have a few, enough to give your family fresh eggs, and can't beat them. Anyway, if you have any questions, leave them below. Comments, appreciate it. Please be nice. It's my first video, and I hope to have more, so stay tuned. Future videos will include a hoop house garden that we have with raised beds, and we also have rainwater collection system, solar panel for our power, portion of our power, not 100%. And then different fencing methods for our property that may interest you, and things like that. Just all kinds of things related to homesteading and self-sufficiency. Anyway, thanks for looking, and God bless.